give him 13th place. Took about 8 or 9 cars in one group. Wigston has got ahead of Perkins. Back there's 169 from Bruce Anderson. Remember, he had issues during qualifying. A man well known in this part of the world, and particularly in Australia as well, his endurance driving.
Just managed to get past the Mustang in the back half of that last lap. It's just slightly wide there onto the back straight as well.
Down to turn 5, inside the second half of the race. Wigston and Perkins up to 16th and 17th place now. They stay side by side. That was close between the HQ and the Falcon.
I thought Perkins was going to throw it up the inside there, but he was coming from a long way back. He needs to try and stay as close as possible to the bumper of that HQ Monaro. Shane Wigston, try and follow him through wherever he makes a pass.
This time he got it done effectively. We saw Ross Graham out there in the background too, in the 777, the Tirana that we thought was going to be out for the weekend with that hole in the stump, and that team thrashed away to get that car fixed. And he runs in 15th position in this race. So we've got 4 laps to go in the final race, the NZ Central Muscle Cars. It's part of this weekend's ITM Auckland Super Sprint. Watching the battle now for 9th, 10th and 11th position. Tristan Tecchi still in the mix, so that Commodore goes wide again, and he's going to lose a lot of track time. He got damage to the right rear. It's not just the tyre rubbing.
That was our race leader there, just a little bit wide off the hairpin.
And he's lost nearly 7 seconds in the last 2 laps. Here comes Barrow. He's got time here too. That car is 3 seconds a lap quicker than the one he is chasing. So he should get him comfortably, you'd think.
He's under pressure here. Thought about it.
Pushing the Falcon along, that's Barrow.
What he needs to do here is just focus on his exit. He's lined that up perfectly, opened the corner up a little bit onto the back straight. But unfortunately just spun the tyres slightly. That will hurt his run.
We'll have to wait again, won't he? Because that Falcon's got a lot of straight line speed. As they chase in this guy, the race leader, Greg Running, who started from pole and still has a 3.2 second lead. These guys will scrap it out in the remaining laps of this race. Perkins and Anderson up to 14th and 15th now. Clark Hopkins has come from 19th up to 13th. So not the charge we saw earlier in the day. And our leader goes off down at the hairpin, so it'll be a change of position. Same mistake he made on the previous lap.
Yeah, just struggling obviously to get the car pulled up down there at the hairpin. We're well into the race now. These tyres will be hurting. He just needs to focus on getting out of the corner.
Ran wide.
Just too much speed on the way in. Heaps of steering lock. The car's just obviously understeered well past the apex of the corner.
That's exactly what he did the lap before. As here comes Wigston on the inside in a completely different stratosphere to the cars around him at the moment. And Perkins still trying to get past the 66 Holden.
Wigston's definitely the aggressor at this point, and it's paid off. Perkins has been caught up a little bit in this slower traffic. Shane's managed just to clear the car slightly sooner. And it compounds, you know, once you get a couple of slower vehicles stuck between, really hurts your run. You can dump seconds at a time.
Dean Perkins got to 5th in race number 2. He runs just outside the top 10. There's a cast of about 15 cars here right now. Duke it out for the minor positions. There's Bernie Crawford right down the middle of the road. Here comes the Holden from a long way back. In fact, that scrap just goes around the 65 like he was sitting still.
Was lucky Perkins knew he was up the inside, then gave a bit of room. And Fox looking to come back through the pack now.
Perkins would have been hoping this could have happened a couple of laps ago. He's running out of time as we watch the 2 leaders. Holden from Barrow, then Running, who's dropped back 2 more positions now. And there's Wigston, as sideways as you like off the final turn.
He's not worried about using his rear tyres up. 1 lap to go and he's lighting it up onto the front straight.
He's got 11 seconds in a car that is 7 seconds ahead, so he'll be praying for a mistake from the guys ahead. He's up to 6th position now. This is the last lap of the NZ Central Muscle Cars, the handicap reverse grid race that we saw earlier today. We've done it again for race number 3 today. And down towards the final set of turns comes the Big Falcon, still being chased by Barrow in a much more modern Holden out there.
Greg Holden driving the Ford.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
I'm liking it. He's looking good at this point though. A little bit of a wiggle off the hairpin. A little bit aggressive on the throttle, but he's looking comfy from this point.
From a fair way down the field, the Big Falcon will chalk up a race win in the final of the NZ Central Muscle Cars here for 2017 at the ITM Auckland Super Sprint. A much closer finish in the end. And look at Wigston again, sideways off the final turn. Look back towards Angus Fogg, who came from the back of the field with Mitchley in the Blue Falcon. Third car in that shot as well. Where will he line up in all of this as the field come through to take the checkered flag? He gets another position. To the line he goes, and Angus Fogg will get home for 15th from 32nd on the grid in that race. But Holden in the Ford is the winner here today of the final race of the NZ Central Muscle Cars. They may have missed out on a race yesterday, but they gave us 2 very exciting races on Sunday afternoon here at the ITM Auckland Super Sprint.